We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very special Halloween stream of Everyone Dice. Sorry if I'm shouting. Obviously, mask can't really hear much. Welcome back to another episode of Everyone Dice, the gayest D&D stream on the internet.
We
As
certainly
you can see,
look at
we
tonight.
are all in costume. So why don't we go around and tell everyone what our costumes are?
We could also probably remind everyone who we are.
Yes, that we could also do that. Yeah.
Who's going first?
I'll go because
AJ.
I'm top left. Hi, I'm AJ, and today I am dressed as number 5 from the Umbrella Academy.
I'm Maylee. I'm the blueberry girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah, that's what you are?
Wait.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm a spooky beholder. And
That's what I thought.
I'm gonna get ya.
Hi, I'm Kiana Lynn. I can't see for shit. And I'm a ghost.
I am Kacey. I also can't see for shit because this is all steaming up.
Oh, no.
I am Casual Fett.
I'm Aaron, and I am Daenerys, just as Daenerys. I'm also going to drop the link to the Etsy shop that I got the costume from, so check her out. It's expensive, I'm warning you, it's very expensive. Nicest thing I own. But check them out!
It looks great.
And I'm Scotty, and I'm gonna die in this mask. It keeps pressing on my eyes funny, but I'm supposed to be a raven, because, it's Wednesday.
Oh yeah, mine's also thematic. I'm a
Quote
ghost.
Well, it's both
This is
thematic for
like-
Zala and thematic for Wednesday being Odin's Day.
There you go.
I thought you were just gonna. I thought you said it's Wednesday, as in like you just wear that on Wednesday.
You know what Wednesday
That's
means.
what
On Wednesday we wear
Wednesday
raven
was.
masks.
Check that out.
I'm sure Odin would love it if people started wearing raven masks on Wednesdays. Ugh.
Anyway.
Okay. So with our introductions and our lovely costumes out of the way, I am going to pass the mic to Kiana Lynn, who is going to remove her costume so she can read. She's got
I can
the
read now.
You're alive!
I know that my costume was extremely convincing and that I was crouching on the ground, but I'm not a ghost. And this week, I want to tell you all about experience points. As you all know, we are part of the B-Gay Roll Dice podcast network, which is a great network full of a lot of amazing queer shows. And this week for experience points, I'm going to tell you guys, if you want an actual play, comedy podcast, set in outer space with an all-queer cast, this show is for you. Experience Points is a Starfinder campaign full of spaceship malfunctions, asshole computer AI, seriously impulsive decision-making, and a lot of pink glitter. Plus, with a backlog of high-quality episodes and 2 full seasons to sink your teeth into, you will have plenty to enjoy, I promise you. So join the cast as they blast through the stars for live streams every other Saturday at twitch.tv/experiencepoints, EX queer, IENCE points, or at their Twitter at EQ points. 2 other things. On the 13th of October, a Kickstarter launched for a comic anthology called The Cold, Dark Universe by Black Hole Entertainment. It's a full-color, 122-page anthology with 16 creators telling 8 amazing stories that dive into the feelings we've all been feeling during this year of our Lord 2020. Hopeful stories that highlight the best and worst of humanity, all while showing you innovative things you've never seen before. This is science fiction comics at their best. And this anthology has a little bit of everything, no matter your taste. Love stories, war stories, stories of betrayal, and more. Not only that, but Kacey and I are part of the lineup So go check out A Cold Dark Universe and Our Story, What Are We Worth on Kickstarter. If you can't support, which we totally understand, please retweet and share the campaign. Get it out there to the people who have money or just steal money from your parents. I'm not going to tell you not to.
Once more, we are advocating that you thieve on this show. We're really embodying
steal.
Be Gay Do Crimes.
You gotta steal. You gotta steal. And my last thing before finally is the art raffle. The art raffle is back. So this week, before the break, I will be giving away a sketch portrait of your D&D character, OC, or waifu. One of those three only, no others accepted. And if you have one of the past, you can win again. So please make sure you are entering into the chat for a chance to win. That's all from me. So on to Scotty.
Y'all remember how we needed 100 subscribers on YouTube? We have exceeded 100 subscribers on YouTube. We have our custom URL. You can now find us at youtube.com/c/Compass Rose Productions. So yeah, that's fucking spectacular.
It was a very exciting night.
We were fucking stoked about it. I'm still really excited. We do not have the giveaway ready yet, but we will let you all know as soon as we are ready to open entries for that dice giveaway. We need to discuss a couple of things about shipping before we set it up, just because unfortunately shipping outside of North America is expensive as balls.
I'm advocating for you non-North Americans, but it's a hard battle.
Yeah,
We're
we're gonna do what we can, but shipping is expensive. So we'll let y'all know. Yeah, it sure is Wednesday, my dudes. Thanks, Jordan.
Scotty is already broken.
Yeah.
We haven't even started yet.
And that was dropped in the Compass Rose Discord channel,
So,
which
you
you're
know,
always
bro,
welcome to join.
Join us on Discord.
You can chat with us, broken people,
Yeah.
anytime.
We are going to start playing video games in the Compass Rose Discord, like, literally anytime. I don't know, I'm probably going to start streaming Hades in there eventually, so people can hang out and watch me suck at Hades. I'm really bad at it. My hands don't
I
work.
got out of Elysium today. That was my big achievement.
Nice.
Good work, hon.
There we go.
Anyway, we should probably play D&D.
Yeah.
Killing Theseus is always the highlight of any Hades run that I have made, and that's not a joke. Like, I hate that man, and anytime I kill, I make a point to not die to Theseus, even if I know I'm not going to complete the run. I can't die to Theseus.
We should play D&D.
Next year's Halloween costume, me and you, Theseus and the Minotaur. I'll let you
Oh
pick
my
who
god.
it's gonna be.
Yes.
Anyway, let's play D&D, guys.
Okay. All right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So, when last we ventured forth, two of you got your weapons enchanted with a +1.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Whatever that means. Then, the five of you opened the moon gate that was just outside of Careholt. After a brief trip through the Geistlands, you returned to the small town of Luchev, finding it nowhere near as welcoming as you did when you first arrived. After a meeting with Gerhardt, you learned that the Dawn Guard had come to basically conquer this town. You also learned that he had a son whom he asked you to help escape the town. And thus, you all met Frederick. Afterwards, you waited until late in the evening before making your way toward the sewer, where that is where you all are going to be leaving the town. So, you all arrive at the manhole that leads into the sewers. see a woman and her young son waiting for you. She kind of gives you a wary smile, but seeing you all, kind of understands these are the people meant to help her. Is there anything you all would like to do or prepare before heading down into the sewers?
Oh gods.
Cordelia and Shay are taking the wagon out, correct? They're not going through the sewers.
Correct.
I wanted
So
to
I don't
use.
think they're there. I
I'm
assume
gonna.
they're already out. Sorry, I keep talking.
You're good,
Keep
you're good.
talking at the same time.
I am casting dark vision on myself so that I can see while we're down in the sewers.
All right.
I think Lynn is frozen.
Yeah, I think Lynn is frozen too.
Unfortunate.
But it's fine because that was a lovely image to be frozen on. So you're casting dark vision. Anyone else preparing anything else in particular? No? Alrighty. So Cordelia and Shay, you take the cart and make your way toward the exit of the town that you'd entered through, actually. The rest of you you descend into the sewers, into these dark, musty sewers that you have been to before. And does anyone remember the information that Gerhardt gave you when you were to get into the sewers?
Try to open it anyway. That's what I remember. Oh. One of the bars we will be able to pull out.
Yes. He said to head west, and that when you reached the sewer grate, one of the bars, you'd knock on it, and it would be hollow, and you could remove it and slip out that way. So as the three of you now descend into the sewers, you begin making your way west. As you round the corner,
Nope.
You see a shadowy figure in front of you, about 40 feet in front of you, kind of just looking around. You're not really sure. It's dark. The only person who can really see this figure with any, clarity is Bloodhand. You see a tall human man clad in that traditional white steel armor of the Dawn Guard.
We have dark vision too.
Oh, okay. Well,
we naturally have dark vision.
Yeah,
Fine.
The rest of y'all naturally have dark vision. And then, if I remember correctly, Alois was using Fog Cloud?
Yes.
I think that was...
That was above ground. You all are now in the sewers.
Oh, right. We're in the sewers. They're patrolling the sewers.
You are in the sewers.
Great.
What would you like to do?
We need a way around them. I would like to not have to fight them. I don't know what our options are for getting
So
around
describe
them.
the environment to me, Kacey. How disgusting is it?
So the sewers are sort of what you see here. There is a sort of sluiceway in the middle, which is where all the muck is, and there are two walkways on the side. There's one on either side, stone walkways. You've been walking along one of them and turning into another section of the sewers. 40 feet down on the same walkway you are on is a human figure who doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. His back is to you at the moment.
May I cast? Sorry, I'm trying to find the spell card real quick.
So he's like in our path, right? We're going the same way.
Yes.
I don't think I'm sneaky
I would
enough
like
to do this.
I would like to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's gonna work real well with what I want to do.
Yeah, you can do that easily enough. You cast this spell, and it's sort of... You all begin to take on a weirdly, almost see-through appearance, like, kind of like active camouflage. Where if you were looking close enough, you could still see you all, but you all now blend in quite well with the sewer environment.
So, since he's directly in our path, I want to sneak up on him. And either as he's turning around, or once we're basically on him, I want to cast Hold Person.
All right, I'm going to need you to make a stealth check, please, Scotty.
Yep.
Remember, you get a plus 10 modifier.
Yep.
And he has that. Okay.
Well, I got a 16 on both dice, so that's, hold on. I think I have a +1 to stealth. So that's 27 total.
Okay. He doesn't seem to have noticed you.
So yeah, as soon as I'm on him,
shockingly,
I want to use Hold Person. I need him to fail a Wisdom save.
Does that give you any benefits if you're stealthed on him?
No. The reason that I wanted to do it stealthy was because it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So I wanted to be as close to him as possible when I use it.
Okay.
I want all of us as close to him as possible, ultimately.
Yeah, so if it fails, that you can all just attack him. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
If it works, we just fucking run. We just run. We just book it.
Yes. So, wisdom check I have to make?
Yeah.
I would like to remind you, we leave no tracks or traces behind us with the spell.
Well, yeah, that is he's gonna fail that.
Good.
So it doesn't matter what bonus he has, a natural 3 is still a natural 3.
Yeah, and my DC is the highest it possibly can be for somebody of level 5 without special bonuses, since my con is currently 20. I think that's
Wait,
16.
what?
My DC is 16.
Your con is 20?
Yeah.
Well, you're like
that belt gave me +2 to con.
Thank you.
I'm a tank. I'm supposed to have high con. I'm also a con caster, so I need it.
It's just like the opposite of me. That's opposite energy of my one con Jedi that I did play it once.
Anyway, so Hold Person, we're fucking booking it past him.
You cast Hold Person, you watch his whole body kind of tense rigidly and like...
And I'm just kind of sitting here hoping that he happened to be blinking when I cast it, but I know that's not likely.
Roll me a luck check.
Oh god.
Just roll me a d20.
Get in the dice tower. It's an 18.
If you were to check, Yes, he is mid-blink.
Great. And I'm just go, 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 getting everybody through
And he
as
is
quickly as
making that
possible.
face. That exact face. All right. The 6 of you sprint past him, making your way as quickly and swiftly as possible. After a moment or so, has not been a minute yet, you come to a sewer grate, leading out. Yeah. What would you like to do now?
Check for a hollow one, just in case it works the same way.
Yep. You knock on a bunch of the bars, and you find one that happens to be hollow. Kind of giving it a wriggle. You pull it. You're able to pull it free, and everyone is able to sort of slip between the bars. It'll be a tight squeeze for the bulkier among you, like
Me.
yourself.
I'm getting everybody out ahead of me.
It's definitely going to be a tight squeeze for Frederick as well. He is a bulky individual, but oof, all right. He manages to squeeze through. As you are pulling yourself through, Scotty, you hear a shout from further in, around the spot where that person was hold personed.
Well,
You hear-
that means that he's got a minute before he can get to us.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you hear him shouting to his companions. You're not exactly sure. He's kind of just lost amongst the sewers.
I'm replacing that bar and we are leaving.
All right. Okay.
I think that went really well.
That did go very well. Way better than I intended. Because yeah.
Pass without trace.
Hold
Yep.
person.
I totally forgot that Drew. You have passed without a trace. Shay and Cordelia, making your way through the town, the rather empty late night town. You find a single guard. There's a pair of guards, at the entrance. They stop you as you are approaching, and one of them comes up to the, just to where you are in the wagon and says, it's a bit late to be headed out. What's your purpose of business?
We hunting for nocturnal game.
Make me a deception check.
Okay.
We're going out when they least expect it. I mean, you can't. They won't be able to see us while we're out there. So
I'll give you advantage since Shay was helping you on that.
Oh, thank you. Still not. I'm good at deception, but I picked a bad dice apparently.
Oh.
14.
Well, you're in luck, May, because I too picked a bad dice. He kind of looks at you and
probably sees
All right.
the big weapon on Shay's back.
yeah, says, "All right, well, good luck and stay safe."
Thank you very
And-
much.
Kind of waves you past. As you are passing, he does sort of take a glance in your carriage because it's just a covered wagon. But he doesn't
the-
stop you.
He sees the huge glowing moon lily through
Yeah,
the grate.
that's kind of why he what's that? Oh, it looks like a flower of some kind. Oh, whatever.
Next time we pass
Just a
ourselves
flower.
off as traveling merchants, traveling alchemists,
Good call. Good call.
nocturnal
So
traveling alchemists.
the 6 of you in the sewer manage to make your way through the exit of the sewers, which is sort of it's kind of a little like runway, not runway, but like a sort of like a river that leads into the sewers. You find yourself sort of southwest of Luchev. You are on the borders about of the Geistlands.
But we're gonna kind of have to skirt the town to get to...
You will have to skirt the town. So I will need stealth checks from everyone again. And
How
I will
long
roll...
do we have Pass Without Trace?
I think it's an hour.
An hour.
Solid. So that's a
I'm
total
just-
of 22.
Natural
for
20.
me.
I'm going to roll for Bernie as well.
So I got a 30 total. I have a 0 modifier and stuff.
Yep. The only one who seems not great at stealth is Frederick. Shocking. But he does seem to be okay at it, especially with your Pass Without a Trace. And yeah, you manage to skirt the town enough where you finally see Shay and Cordelia making their way out into the Geistlands and kind of skirt far enough away where you can meet up with them. You all have escaped Luchev for now without any issue.
I don't like that.
So fucking shocked.
Congratulations,
I was expecting
guys.
to not get through that without a fight.
I was too.
I was so prepared for a fight.
I had combat prepped.
But honestly, I'm fine with it. I am perfectly fine with skipping a fight by using both of my second level spell slots.
Same.
All right.
Always never forget about Pass Without Trace, Casey. You can't forget.
No, I will. I will be keeping notes for that. Yeah. Okay. So you all are in the Geistlands. I assume making your way towards the Moongate to Careholt. Is there anything you all would like to do during your travels?
Oh, I take the drape off the moon lily so that they can get some light.
Very good, very good.
I am probably pushing us to swap between people sleeping in the cart and people, like, someone's directing the cart, someone's sleeping in the cart at all times, so that
So we don't have
Okay.
to
we
stop.
just keep moving.
So you're trying not to stop and
Yeah.
camp for the evening.
At one point,
Fair.
we can put Steven onto the cart so that he can get a rest, and I will turn into an animal.
No, you can't. You
He's too
cannot
big for
put
that.
you cannot put your ox in the cart
Why not, Casey?
because the cart will break. It will. I love Steven, but an ox is a very heavy animal.
We will let
Um,
Steven take a couple of points of exhaustion. When we get through the Moongate, we can rest.
You can, of course. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Steven will have to take at least a point of exhaustion to continue going. As you continue on, sort of swapping out who's in lead hand, leading the cart, the rest of you resting in the back. Steven does seem to be a bit tired as you approach the Moongate, but nonetheless worse for wear. The group of you now step through the Moongate back to the familiar, warm, lush climate that was Careholt. And let me switch the music here. There it is. Right. So as you come through, you find that there are 4 guards who are stationed at the moon gate. They seem a bit surprised
Oh yeah,
when
Bernie
you all
was
come
Bernie was gonna
through.
sending, but Lynn's not here.
Oh. We can say that happened. They are still a bit surprised because they've never experienced this before.
Mm-hmm.
When you all come through, but they're prepared for you now. Kind of one of the guards, who happens to be Gareth, is looking over. Well, it's good to have you back, I suppose. I wasn't expecting to see you all so soon. I'm told there was a problem in Luchev.
Luchev has been taken over by Dawnguard.
Zats and bigots, a lot of them. Very well. You know where the stables are. Who is your friend there? He kind of gestures to Frederick, who is wearing a sort of tattered hooded cloak, but is unmistakably an 8-foot-tall, sewn together human. Hello. Name's Frederick. Please don't call me Freddy. And I am a new companion of these wonderful people. They helped me escape, and they said that this was a safe place that I could stay at least until my father escapes. He will be all right? And he kind of looks at you all.
I'm sure.
Right. What's that about me?
Probably not. Probably gonna take an arm from him at least.
Well, in the meantime, we've got plenty of room in our house.
You've got a house?
Yeah. We just got it.
I don't wish to be a bother.
There are extra rooms, and we're not going to be there. It would be a place for you to stay until you have a place of your own.
And to be honest, we probably need somebody to look over the house anyway.
Probably a good idea.
Well, that's the least I could do to repay you all for your kindness in escaping me from certain doom, as it were. I suppose I could use it to do some research as well. Is there a library here? Gareth just kind of, yes, there is. Ah, excellent. And yes, I could take care of the home while you are all away. I'll be a fantastic butler.
Is that the thing that guy was who tried to kill your dad?
No, he was a steward, which I suppose is a similar thing. I promise that I will not try to kill you all. I feel, were I to attempt something, it would not turn out well for me. It's a poor joke.
Oh, it was a joke.
It was intended as one. Yeah, so Gareth leads the young mother and her son away, saying that he will take them to Zari for, rehoming. Is there anything in particular you all would like to do? now that you're back in Geralt. Cool.
We didn't really have a
at the last
plan.
home before we leave again. I don't know where we're going next.
I mean,
Well-
we've got other moon gates we want to check out. We just
Yeah.
need to figure out which one we want to go to next.
I propose
And
we
where
do
they
not-
are.
I propose we do not go looking for the one in Mendoza yet.
I will also remind you all that you were given a new map, which I should have put into the Everyone Dice, but I didn't. And Gerhardt's journal, his master journal. So you could look through that, but if not, you know where some of the other moon gates are.
So it looks like there's 2 in Andoza. Which
One of
we
which
we already found it. Yes. I saw the guy slid. Anyway. I mean, we could try to go to Pyra, but I don't know how Bernie feels about that.
I imagine
Lynn's
not.
not here.
Yeah.
And we could try Mistveil.
Can I get a
Ooh,
picture of the
tropical.
map? Because
The map?
it's not up
yes.
on the Roll20. We're still looking at the sewers.
Oh, that map. Yeah, I am going to drop the new map into our Discord.
I
So
think you did already. I don't know. I want to.
no, this is the official, like, full final draft of the map. Yeah. And I will move you all over in Roll20 though to just the regular map, so you can get some info there. Right. Yeah.
What's the Oh, the spine. I thought it said sping of the world.
Yeah, sorry.
What the heck is that?
The spine of the world is the mountain range in Endoza.
So I think if we're not going to Andoza, our options at this point are Pyra or the Bloodfell Bog, and
Or Mistveil. We could try to find it in
Potentially
Mistveil.
Mistveil.
potentially Mistveil. We don't know if there's one there or not. But I think if we wanted to go to Mistveil, we would have to somehow get a boat in a city that we probably don't want to go into.
Yeah. There isn't really a good way to get any... Well, I mean, we could
If
leave from
we-
Reshev.
I mean, if we took the portal to the one in Bralia, I
True,
mean,
we
we
could
could
go
work
through
our way
Bralia.
north up to Pyra.
If we're going to Bralia, I'm gonna want to make a detour.
Yeah.
I feel
I
two
mean,
of you will want to make detours.
Which is bad, because our detours are in 2 different directions.
I mean, one of them
Well-
is close enough.
Aloy's probably not quite yet. It's only been like 2 months since she was home.
Whereas
Delia
Zala's been
votes
gone for about a year.
A tropical
Oh
island.
no. It has definitely been more than 2 months since you have been gone. for the
Aloys
record.
can't tell time.
Okay, because like you all have been together about a month, and the travel from Bralia to that part
Takes
of
a
the
moment, Casey, remember?
Yeah, it takes a moment.
Cordelia votes tropical island.
I don't think that's an option.
I don't think Mistveil is a tropical island.
Well,
I'm pretty
at
sure
least
it's
the boat ride would be
misty.
nice. The boat ride can be
I
tropical.
mean, honestly,
it?
we could go to Mistveil next and then go straight to Pyra after that.
Yeah.
Mistveil seems like at least the quickest to get to.
We just don't know if there's even a portal there. So
I do remember Lynn saying that Bernie was interested in going to Mistveil.
We could do Whispering Waste Pyra, then Mistveil.
I mean, yeah.
Or we could say no.
Why aren't we going to the one in Andoza?
Because
Yeah, why?
Andoza sounds terrifying right now.
There are some issues in it.
Yeah. Like, but it'll be terrifying later.
It
But we would be
might be
stronger
less
later.
terrifying later.
Yeah, but we don't know of the levels per se.
Like, is it meaning the
We
assholes
don't know
on
the levels,
side of the
no,
road?
but Zala's gonna look at the fact that the Dawn Guard are fascists, and look at the fact that they belong to Andoza and go, no, we're not ready to deal with that yet.
Yeah, but like, they'll only get
We
more.
can't fight an army yet.
We don't need to fight an army. I'm
Going
gonna
to Andoza right now is like going north out of Good Springs when you play New Vegas. Like,
But like,
you don't want to go there right now.
maybe your characters are like, yeah, we're gonna train and get stronger and be able to deal with it. No, Cordelia has peaked in her mind. She's like, I am the best I'll ever be, which is pretty good. Like,
We're level 5.
she doesn't know what that means.
How about we take a boat through the river down to Richev, and then we'll decide whether we stop in Mistvale or go to Pyera.
I think Mistvale is
mean-
probably a good stop. If we find out there's
Yeah.
nothing there, we can just get off and go to Pyra, and
Yeah.
it's
If we're
fine.
gonna
I
go
don't
to,
know
like,
how
if we're
long.
gonna go to Pyra in the first place, we should just take the Moongate to Beralia and go through there. That would ultimately be faster than trying to take a boat all the way from Reshev to Pyra.
Unless you account for your 2 detours. But if we take the boat, there'll be no time
If
for
we
detour.
only do the 1 detour from Beralia to
Honestly, either way, it's probably going to be equal amount of time. Like, you're looking at if you're looking at going from Reshev to Pyra or the Bralian Moongate to Pyra, you're probably looking at most maybe like a week difference, because travel times and stuff.
yeah.
And I think the Mistvale to Pyra trek might be a little bit more beneficial, just because if there is
Yeah.
a portal in Mistvale, then there we go. We've knocked off 2 portals
Yeah.
instead of going to
And
Beralia,
it's-
where we already know one.
And I know it's 2 birds, 1 stone because I don't remember exactly why Lynn wants to go there beyond Mistvale being haunted. But I know Lynn wants to go to Mistvale.
Okay.
So it sounds like we're going to Reshev and then to Mistvale. Yeah?
Cool.
We need a ship, Kacey.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
no,
we
I know.
can get one of those in Reshev.
Yeah.
Reshev is the current main port in Dunlin because the port of Roslav is haunted.
It's
So-
haunted? Why
It's
is
also
everything
haunted?
The port of Roslav is dealing with an incursion of ghosts at the port.
Wait, I thought Reshev's port was also dealing with that. Because
No,
we came through
Reshev's-
Reshev, didn't we?
No, you came through Roslav.
We came through Roslav. I thought we came through Reshev.
That sounds
No.
like something Lynn would be interested in.
The port of
Um,
Roslav is the Roslav is the capital of Dunlin. It was the main,
Oh, you're right. We
Port.
did come through Roslav.
but recently, within the past year or so, it's been facing, a lot of ghost activity, spectral activity.
Yeah.
Which has made it-
There is
I will
one-
summarize Bernie and Zala's conversation about whether to go to Reshev or Roslav. Yes, Bernie's super into ghosts, potentially going to Roslav and dealing with them, but we came through Roslav, we know that the ghosts are coming from Mistvale.
Also,
There is
doesn't
one-
No,
Cordelia have issues
problem.
with
You-
Roslav?
You think
We're
they're
pretty
coming.
sure. Everyone says they're coming from Mistvale, so Mistvale is the place
So-
that makes the most sense to go.
if we are going down the river on a boat and then finding a boat, I just can't guarantee that I won't have any issues. Like,
What
mean-
kind of issues?
Well, you know, like with the people that want to find me.
Yeah.
Like,
But
they're around.
We.
Are they in Rush
They're prob-
or Rosli?
Well, yeah.
It's
they're like all
Dunlin.
around.
It's
Okay.
Dunlin.
All of them.
If I had to guess, they're more likely to be in any of those places than, like, say, the random icy plains of Braelia. So, you know,
Another
So you're now
issue-
voting for Braelia.
no,
See,
I like
also
to
though, another issue is we're gonna be at the top of the mountain, and do we know how to navigate that with a cart? And do we know where we actually are in Braelia?
I can sort out Braelia pretty well.
I'm
not perfectly,
fitting
but pretty well.
Uh,
The cart
mean-
would be the issue in the mountains.
Yeah, and like Shay's into like the stars and stuff, but she's not smart enough to navigate it.
Zala absolutely is. Like, the big problem with trying to navigate by the stars in Braelia is that the sky is so rarely actually visible. But Zala is also very good at navigating by the mountains of Braelia, which are very clearly visible. So,
okay,
I
but what if we
won't
find a
start,
cliff face?
but I'm warning you of potential danger.
so
I mean,
it
no
sounds
matter
like
where
it
we go,
doesn't
there's
really
gonna be
matter where we
danger.
go. We're gonna run into trouble.
Yeah, but this
Whose
way,
trouble do we want to run into?
Do we want to
That-
run into the trouble of not being able to take our cart with us? We could leave our flowers and shit here. Go by foot in Braelia.
But pomegranates.
I mean,
That
yeah.
tree has to grow,
but
and
it's
even
gonna
with your
be-
help,
It'll take like a week for it to grow.
I was
Don't
gonna
you
say,
worry.
but we're not gonna wait. We have to also assume that it would be able to grow in Braelia. So like,
I mean, in theory, it would be able to, but at the same time, we can't really. Braelia is gonna be a hard land to take a cart like this through,
Right.
and I'm
Let's
not
not
sure
take
that
the cart
Steven is
through
suited
Braelia.
to that weather.
yes.
He's a hairy ox.
Okay.
Mm. Let's.
I'm not disagreeing with you on the cart. I was just saying Steven's hairy.
Cart
think
cart
we're
in
leaning-
mountains is bad.
I think we're leaning more towards the boat situation, so we should probably do the boat thing and continue with the plot.
Although, frankly, if we're taking a boat, it sounds like we're gonna need to leave the cart behind anyway.
Right.
just don't blame me.
Not always. If we
If there's
get on a
issues.
big enough boat, we can take the cart with us.
Maybe.
Okay. So
I don't think we know where we're going yet. Still.
Let's go
So,
to Reshev. Let's do
you
that.
all-
get on the
Everyone
boat.
know?
I'll tell you what. As you all are discussing this, in your new abode, sort of the map splayed out in front of you, Gerhardt's journal there that none of you have decided to read.
I've been looking through it. We've
Oh,
been
you
looking
have?
At, yeah.
Oh,
We've
you
been
didn't tell
looking
me
at
that.
I was looking at like all the possible places.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me that because the Gerhardt's journal that is in your handout is not properly updated.
Oh.
Well, Kacey.
Shut up!
That's
Shut up! No one told me that they were looking at the new journal because what you have is the old, tattered copy of his other journal.
You know, I have a thought. You know what Lynn
Yeah.
would probably do in this situation?
Augury?
Bones. Yeah.
But to be fair, augury only works for the next 30 minutes.
True. And we're not
Yeah.
it's gonna take us a while.
Yeah, we're
Are we
planning
going
a
to the
weeks
moon
long
base?
trip.
Or the river.
Okay.
You know, down by
So-
the river. Down by the river.
What I will say is this. I'm just going to give you brief snippets of the journal because I haven't written it up yet because I'm a horrible person. You discover that in this version of the journal, Gerhardt has a little more information about the Sunless Synod. He also has information on the moon gates, in particular the form of magic that created them. He's also got some theories about the Mistvale Moongate, and yeah. Which one would you like to read more in depth about?
Mistvale.
Miss Vale.
So, his theory about Mistvale is that the Moongate ruins are on the bottom of the sea.
Well, how
And-
the fuck are we supposed to get to those?
I can get it.
He-
I can get there.
He
What a breathing spell.
he theorizes this based on a very old map from before it had become Mistvale. There was an enormous city that sat in the center of that island that became 3 different islands. And he theorizes that the Moongates cannot be destroyed. They are too potent a magic to be destroyed in that fashion, so that they must be on the sea floor.
Guys, I want to go to Atlantis.
Of course
It's
you do.
decided we're going to Atlantis.
So I guess in the original journal you had put Solace / Miss Vale. So Solace is
Thank
probably
you.
the name of the
Solace is the original name of
city.
Mistvale.
the
Yeah.
Atlantis. I just don't
Atlantis,
know how. I just don't know how we're gonna get
Atlantis.
there.
Well, I can breathe underwater.
I can
we
for
are-
1 hour.
We're still in Careholt. We can see if anyone has anything that can help us.
Yeah, something that will let us cast water breathing once a day. That's what we need.
I think we can do that, but I think honestly we'd have more luck finding something like that in a port city.
I mean, we can still check Careholt first. We might as well before we leave.
Because we've got a good reputation with them.
Yeah, they would be willing to help us. Especially trying to get the moon gates put back together, since Zari's so interested in that.
All right. So the group of you still not 100% sure on where you're going next. Decide to call it an evening, and you bed down for the night after setting up a nice little room for Frederick. He is very thankful for his new quarters. While you are sleeping, Alois, you have a dream. You are walking barefoot in the snow.
So normal.
Yeah. Among the sacred grove. You see that singular birch tree that represents your guide. You make your way towards it, and you hear that familiar voice. You did an excellent job, my child. You've saved the pale tree. I have a new task for you.
Oh?
I'm afraid that the pale tree is still dying. But it is natural. What you prevented was a way to speed up that process. What I need you to find is the next seed of the pale tree.
How would I find that?
You must find the one who wields the Thornblade. They are to become the next seed.
What's the Thornblade?
You don't know.
Do you know?
Yes, I'm the DM.
No, Alois is asking the guy.
The Thornblade is a weapon constructed from the very first pale tree. It has immeasurable power. But only the champions of the pale tree can wield it.
So, do you know where it was last, or where this champion might be?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I'll definitely keep an eye out, but it's not much to go on. Although, who knows? Where the pale tree was just kind of fell into my lap, so...
Perhaps you will be just as lucky with the one who wields the Thornblade.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Good night.
Sleep well, child. And you rest. The rest of you wake up at your regular times, and yeah. There is a knock at the door. Man, I love what you're doing right now.
I need to see all the eyes.
I know, I love it.
It's so that May the
There you
Beholder
go.
can target our entire audience.
Yes. Audience, make a saving throw.
Make all the saving throws at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say which saving throw and
All of them, yeah. All of them.
All of them
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Valace is at the door. Whoever... Actually, it's going to be Frederick who answers it. He's your butler.
He's taking that very seriously.
He is. And obviously Valace is a little put out. He asks to see Cordelia. Frederick comes to get you, Cordelia, and says that you have a visitor who's waiting in the front room. And
Okay.
you step out into the front room to see Valace there in his standard sort of soft blue robes. He smiles to see you and says, Cordelia, I just heard that you were back. You spoke to me some time ago about arranging a concert performance. I wonder if you would still be interested in something such as that?
Well, I am, of course, but unfortunately I don't think we're back for long.
Oh, well, I could arrange it for tonight, if that would be best. I'm not sure how long you're all staying, but
I think we could stay. Just until the evening.
that would be excellent.
One day is probably perfectly fine.
Oh, hello, Bloodhand.
Bloodhand, that you're going to perform with me, so
I am.
prepare.
Oh,
I'm not very good though.
You're fantastic.
well, I look forward to hearing you both then. They will be very pleased to have the two heroes of the trees. All right, just head up around when the sun begins to dip low in the sky. That's when the concert will begin.
It means a lot. Thank you.
Of course.
It's all okay.
I'm Casey said when the sun begins to dip low in the sky, and I'm just thinking about that one bit from I don't even remember what the source material was with all of the various descriptions of 8 o'clock, and them just going, so 8 o'clock, yeah? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah. 8 o'clock? Yeah.
When the crow flies over the barn. 8 o'clock.
So 8 o'clock? Yeah. All right. The rest of you, what are you going to do with your day in Careholt, if anything?
Zala was planning on going to look for something to provide water breathing. But now she's thinking maybe she needs to just practice on her flute for the entire
Shay can
day.
go look for things to do water breathing because she's 99% sure Gideon's out of here. So,
I mean, you could check.
I mean, she could, but she's not. She doesn't think that far ahead.
I wasn't planning on doing this, but since we're here for the day, I'm going to throw this on UDM. I want to go to the library.
Yeah, okay.
It is a running theme with our groups that we spend
Yes.
a lot
Yeah.
of time
We
in
sure do.
libraries.
Usually
do.
it's my fault.
Although this is the first time you all have been in a library. It took 21 sessions
Well,
for you all to get to a library.
the only character that's picked up a book before, and I don't know, she doesn't go into libraries that much anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Shay has read books.
Yeah, I mean, she's read books. She just doesn't like to.
She just doesn't retain them.
Alois's village passes down information orally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Zala's village mostly has an oral tradition. They have a couple of books, but it's mostly like
Bernie's
journals,
probably
read
not like
stuff.
books.
Bernie's read books. Yes.
Burn is more of a writer, though.
Yeah. So you make your way to the library, which is in the midsection of one of the home trees. A large, a large hollow part of it has been hollowed out. And it's basically a 3-floor part of this home tree that is just filled with books and, bookshelves and whatnot. There is a bookish man with sort of half-moon spectacles and very unkempt, sort of wild brown hair at the desk, who kind of adjusts his glasses as you... Hello there.
Hi, am I free to browse?
Of course. If there's anything that you need help with, just let me know, and I will provide...
Ancient magic secrets.
Ancient magic secrets.
Wait, do you have a section on that?
Do you have a restricted section?
Restricted?
Surprisingly, we don't have
Maybe
any...
modern magic secrets?
Ooh. No. We're
Ancient.
more a reference. I suppose there's some books on magic that was prevalent before the Dawn War. That could have something. Is there a particular magic secret you're looking for?
It was, but for some reason I didn't get my notes out this morning, so I don't remember what it's called.
Damn, I hate when that happens. Well, I will do my best to accommodate you.
Thank you.
I will go grab some books that might fit that description. And he bustles off and returns about 15-20 minutes later with 3 books. One is a theory book on magical practices. One is a pretty thick-looking history book on aspects of the world before the Dawn War, and there is one on that's like magical theory and like common practices in the world.
All right. I get the feeling I'm not going to find anything, especially since I don't have my notes. But I will scan through these for anything that
What-
would seem related to either the portal system, the main thing in the campaign, that name we've said 20 times that I'm forgetting.
The Moon Gates?
The moon gates. Anything related to the moon gates, or anything related to music magic. Music magic. Music magic.
Okay.
Can
You
I make
spend.
one out of character recommendation?
Sure, you can.
I recommend Cordelia also look up anything about the Shadowlands, since they are related in
Sure.
some way to the Moon Gates.
But she's not there for the moon gates. That's just like a...
Okay.
She's there for music magic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You do find a little bit of information about practitioners of a magic that basically was like that. It was music magic. Whenever they cast magic, it was music that came out.
It's fun to say.
Yeah. I will come up with an actual proper word for it by next session. So
Me-
give me some time.
Musicians.
No. No. It will not be that.
Aw.
It's similar to bardic magic, yeah. Oh, there we go. I like that. Oromancy. That's what it is now. Thank you, Gorilla Red. It is called
The linguist in
oromancy.
me is dying.
Shut up, Scotty.
Because oromancy means gold magic.
Fine. I will come up with a proper name. You find this little section in the history book about before the Dawn War, that there was a sect of magicians who practiced this particular form of magic that was about oral power, the power of words, both spoken and sung, and the different variations of them. You do not find any reference to your patron, but you suspect that they were involved heavily with this in some way. Yeah, and the name that comes up is the Order of the Lost Notes. They were particular practitioners that it's the only name that kind of pops out at you.
Gotcha.
This is not Spotify-omancy.
I kind of like Spotify.
I like it too, but Spotify doesn't exist in this world yet.
I'm gonna multiclass into a artificer. Make it happen.
Right. So, while Cordelia is spending her day researching, Shay, you are looking for any kind of magic apparatus item that might facilitate water breathing.
Preferably something that if we put it on, it'll just let us breathe water so we don't have to worry about time.
All right.
It's going to be expensive.
I
It
mean,
will.
or just something that casts water breathing once a day.
Right.
Because water breathing lasts 24 hours and covers the whole party.
Okay, yeah.
I may or may not have a warlock with the gift of the depths.
Yeah.
If one of those
We're on the oceans a lot, so I'm
It's
using
one of those
that a lot.
spells that like you don't think about ever taking it until
Until it's too late and you need it.
it's too late and you need it.
Yeah. Because it's such a specific spell.
Yeah. So you spend most of the day asking around, sort of going around with a few people you know, hanging around the marketplace, just kind of getting a feel for it. You do not find anything in Carehold that can do that. Basically because they have no need of such things. They are mostly like lake fishing, river fishing. They don't generally do anything with the sea. However, you do find from Galdus, the blacksmith, who has traveled out of Carehold quite a few times. What, Aaron?
I forgot I had water breathing as a spell.
Oh, well, I'm going to
Dipshit.
answer the rest of this stuff anyway. So, you find that there are devices that sailors tend to use, and people of Mistvale use, that is sort of a water breather device. You put it in your mouth, and water passes through, and it turns into air. It is a magical device, obviously. And as you find out all this information, you're like, okay, I've got a lead on something. Make your way back home.
Alois
And
is like at home,
Alois-
like, oh, I can cast this actually. I know how to give us water breathing.
Oh, great. That's yeah. I mean, wow. Yeah, that's great.
So we're going to the cool hidden city in the
They
ocean.
spent her whole day asking around.
And Zal is just closed up in a room, frantically practicing the flute.
Pretty much.
I feel like Alois was hanging out with Frederick all day.
Probably. Yeah, you probably were. All right. Is there anything you all would like to do with the rest of your day before Cordelia's concert? No? All right. Then I will say we should take a break now. Could give Lynn enough time to maybe come back.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Lynn did give us the go-ahead to go ahead and start the giveaway. Go ahead
Yes.
to go ahead. To start the giveaway while she is out. As a reminder, even if you've won before, you can enter again. It does not disqualify you from winning. So after the break, we will have our winner chosen, all that fun stuff. Lynn will draw any character for you, your OC, your D&D character, any of the characters in, our lovely streams, or your waifu, I guess, but not your husbando, apparently. Only anime girls. That's a joke rule, but I still have to say it. I'm
True.
I'm bad
That's
at
fine.
making
If I-
jokes.
If I win, I know exactly who I'm going to request.
You can't enter.
I can enter if no one enters. We roll a d6.
But that
That's
does
how it
not
works.
mean that our lovely audience should not enter. Our audience should absolutely enter. The word this week is sewers. The word is sewers.
We were once again in the sewers.
Yes. We didn't spend as much time as I thought we would there because Pass Without a Trace, but what can you do?
So, yeah.
Yes.
We'll before we actually properly go on break, friendly reminder, check out Grinding Coffee. They are a black queer-owned business. If you purchase from them using our affiliate code, which you can find with !coffee in our chat, if you purchase from them through our affiliate link, you get a discount, we get commission, and you support not one but two queer-owned businesses. Their coffee is really good, according to coffee drinkers. I'm not one. And we hit our 100 subscriber mark on YouTube, but you could still subscribe to us on YouTube. You can subscribe to us on Twitch and help support us a little bit more. All that fun. Yeah, 2 whole queers. All that fun stuff. I don't remember what else I was gonna say. So I think we're ready to go on break, and we will see you in 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.
Oh, I clicked the wrong one. There we
And
go.
we are back, folks. Decided to wear my casual fet attire first. Before we jump into the game, though, Scotty, why don't you... Oh, we lost Aaron. Why don't
Damn it,
you
Aaron.
tell us, Scotty, who our lovely winner is?
Our lovely winner this week is Graying Warden, again. Congrats, Graying Warden. Please message Lynn on Discord.
Congratulations. All right. Eloise, you and Frederick were going to spend some time reading about just, gabbing a bit and reading more in the journal. You said you wanted to do a bit more research into the moon gates that he's got here. So, what you discover through his new journal is that the... Hold on a sec.
Just couldn't keep doing it.
No, it gives me a weird echo.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, you discover that the moon gates are actually a very rare form of magic known as lithomancy. Frederick also theorizes that lithomancy was used to prevent the Bloodfell bog from spreading, and that there might be more information in either Telfield or Almus. You also uncover a few... Gerhardt has uncovered a few places that he'd not heard of before, including Lena, which he has labeled on the map as Mama's Place, a place known as Astera, somewhere known as the Cradle, and somewhere known as Freedom Town.
I'm also keen for Freedom Town.
Of course you are.
Yes, my dear.
I don't know. I just have this knowing what I know about you and the characters you've played in the past, I have theories.
What's your theory?
I'll message you.
Please do. Yeah, so while you are sort of just hanging out with Frederick, this is what you learn, Eloise. Eventually, you all make your way back home and are... thank you for the correction. It is Freedom, Freedum.
Which is why I have theories.
Which is why you have theories. This is where I don't know if Cordelia has explained it to everyone right away, but she lets you all know that she's going to be performing at a concert later in the evening.
Yeah, I told them because I was like, "Hey, we're staying another day. Deal with it."
Nobody's
We
seen
could just
Zala.
leave without you.
You could, but then you wouldn't be able to win any battles without
You'd
your
be
non-battle
leaving without
person.
Zala, and then also without Bernie if you left without Cordelia. So
Yeah.
you'd be down the tank and a healer as well as our lovely liar.
I'm the cheerleader.
Is that a pun, Scotty?
It wasn't intentionally. I see my mistake now. I was literally calling Cordelia a liar, Liar, someone who lies.
Oh, yeah, but she also does play the lyre.
Yeah.
Hey, my
Yeah,
lying
I see my mistake.
can be helpful.
It certainly
Yeah.
can be.
I mean,
I
just
did call you a
remember-
lovely liar.
So, having had a meal or not, as the sun begins to descend, you all make your way to the concert hall in the canopy. The concert hall is full of people. Clearly, word has gotten out that one of the heroes of the trees will be performing, and
Two
everyone,
of them.
yes, everyone is abuzz with excitement there. Cordelia and Bloodhand. As you both, make your way on stage, I would like you both to make me performance checks. Now, you can either make separate performance checks, or one of you can make it with advantage.
I think Cordelia should make
What
it
if
with
you
advantage.
made it with advantage?
I-
I can do it. I can do it.
I feel like it will go better if you make it with advantage.
What's your performance modifier?
0.
Oh, cool.
My charisma is 10 and I don't have proficiency.
My modifier is 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. 26. We're rocking it.
Sorry, coffee went down the wrong tube.
Don't die.
Sorry about that. So, Cordelia. You and
You're
Zala.
right, Kacey.
I'm fine. I'll live. Probably. You and Zala begin to play a lovely duet together. Zala's not as trained as you are, but the two of you manage to perform some beautiful harmonies together, covering for Zala's minor imperfections in some places, and she manages to cover some of the notes that your lyre can't hit quite as easily. You perform for some time, and
Can I-
everyone, yes?
I do want to say, just for the drama of it, and because it's playing music, that's how she casts magic, she would be using thaumaturgy to put on a light show behind them. Make it really fancy.
Beautiful. I don't know if thaumaturgy does that.
Thaumaturgy can cause flames to flicker, brighten,
Oh,
dim,
okay.
change color. I imagine it's lit up with candles and torches.
Yeah, there are some candles and torches, some braziers that are stationed around, and
I don't know if they appreciate her messing with that inside a tree, but she does it.
it is, yeah. You managed to create this very otherworldly sight before you as the flames sort of rise and lower with the performance. However, while you are playing, something begins to stir inside of you. You feel an almost supernatural force surging within you as your fingers begin to pluck faster. The music you play is no longer your own. Zala can no longer keep up with the pace that you are performing at. After a moment, you hear a violin beginning to stir, followed by a soft ringing, kind of similar to when you run your finger atop a wine glass, followed finally by a baritone voice singing in a language you do not understand. This quartet of sounds blends together beautifully into something truly otherworldly. After several minutes, this feeling leaves you, and your entire body feels spent, as if you just run a marathon. There is a deafening silence where not even the wind dares to breathe. And then it is broken a moment later by the sound of thunderous applause.
Well, I think she's slightly disturbed because she just got possessed. But also, they're clapping, so she's gonna take a bow. And pull Zala up beside her.
Zala
You must
is
bow.
stiff and nervous.
Everyone seems to be
Cordelia
cheering you out. Woohoo! Heroes of the
tries
trees!
to offer a comforting, puts her hand on your upper back and tries to comfort you the best she can.
It probably works a little. This is just a lot
But
of people.
not enough, yeah. I think she probably is a bit... Yeah, that was a lot, so she won't stay on stage as long as she might have. And she'll pull Zala off to the side, to where everyone else is, to join them.
Yep, the concert hall seems to be letting out. You didn't perform too long, maybe an hour total. But everyone seems to be leaving very happily. Everyone seems to be talking about the last performance in particular, wondering, where did that violin and that singing come from? It's so
Trade
weird.
secrets.
It was otherworldly. But you pull Zala off stage and gather together again in your group of 6.
That was
Was
so
terrifying.
good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alois, and I'm proud of you for how you've performed, Zala.
I think I'm getting better.
Did your lyre make all those different sounds?
Well, it's sort of sound is all around us.
I mean, yeah, that's how sound works.
That's what I'm saying. That's how sound works.
But I'm asking if did your lyre do all of that, or like what was it, a spell or something?
I trade secret all the lights and stuff. Thaumaturgy is a powerful spell. So anyway, I'm glad.
To say insight check.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who would like to make an insight check can, because she's definitely lying. So roll your deception check, man.
22.
I think it makes sense that I would give myself disadvantage because Cordelia normally would be able to like just cover it up completely, but she is a bit shaken up. Like
That's fair. Yeah. That good, huh?
I didn't need disadvantage, but since I have it, I rolled a 9.
Oh yeah, that means that I even know. I rolled a 9. I rolled a 4, but I got a 9.
So you're all able to determine, those of you who are looking are able to determine that Cordelia is a little off. She's maybe a little not worried, but like uncertain.
I mean, according to the Rook and the Raven character sheet, passive insight is a thing, and mine's 10.
Then you would have known that Cordelia is a little shaken as well, and not telling you all about it.
I'm gonna lean down and very quietly say, "Is everything okay?"
I think you did great. There's no need to worry about it. Did you get stage fright? Is that what it was?
Probably something like that, you know. Even been seasoned performers like myself can have trouble with it sometimes. But it was a good show. And such a lovely place to perform. Thank you all for coming to watch, and thank you for performing with me, Zala.
Thank you for asking me to.
Well, I did less ask and more say that it was happening. And
Sometimes a push is a good thing.
well, yes, but I could have been gentler. I forget sometimes that stage fright is a thing until I'm reminded. Get in it a bit myself. So in the future I'll ask, but I hope you'll say yes.
Well, I can hardly say no. You've been helping me learn.
You've been improving a lot.
Thank you.
And then we get really drunk.
Yeah, they've got good booze here.
Is Frederick getting drunk?
I mean, he'll try. I'll try anything once. I don't think I've ever had this alcohol, as it's called.
Oh, it feels really good.
Probably start small.
Yes.
No, that's how you get used to weak shit. Here, have this meat.
All right. Yes. It's delicious. It's got a bit of a honeyed taste to it.
It's because it's made from honey.
Really fascinating. I wonder how they'd. I suppose I could ask them how they'd make it.
Oh, you shake it. You boil water and then you shake it up, and you shake it with the honey like really, 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 really well.
Really?
And then you just leave it.
Perhaps I could make our own mead for when you return.
And then you leave it covered in a cool, dark place.
For months.
My lips feel tingly. Is that supposed to happen?
You should drink some
Yes.
water too.
Ah, yes. All right. Have a glass of water then.
But have another cup, too.
Of course.
Finish water first.
Yes. One water and then one mead. That's what it's called, right? One mead.
You're going to kill him, Alois, you know that.
I can get him another.
That would be quite a feat.
I can get him another. It's a liver, right? Which one is it? I'm blanking.
Yeah,
This is Aaron
Liver.
being dumb.
Liver.
I can get him another liver. It's fine.
All right. You've got
Why?
liver on
Why would I
standby.
need another liver?
Build up.
Alcohol can
Of-
damage livers. This is why I am
Oh.
suggesting you drink at least a large glass of water between every glass of mead.
All right. You're
Or
more
any
experienced
glass
in this.
of alcohol.
All right. You're more experienced in this area than I am, so I will take your advice.
You do not drink a glass of vodka, though. Never do that.
What is vodka?
It is made from potatoes.
I like potatoes.
It's
It doesn't.
very
It doesn't taste
strong.
like anything.
I'm sorry. It doesn't taste
Oh,
like
it
anything,
tastes
but
like
it's also
vodka.
strong.
It
Yes.
burns.
Yes, it tastes like burning.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
No, but
No, but
it's
it gets you very drunk very fast.
Now, why would anyone want to be drunk? I don't understand.
Drink 3 more of these and you'll see.
To forget.
All right.
when you want to be
Please
drunk.
drink plenty of water or you're going to feel very bad very quickly.
I've never felt bad before.
I think
You've got, like,
before you
little
drink
pain
another
points
glass,
in the shoulder.
Yes.
before you drink another glass, 1, drink more water. 2, let me tell you how alcohol, what it does.
Yes, tell me. I'm curious. I researched a little bit on it, but they're not too
don't-
forthcoming with their information.
I'm not the most science-minded individual, but I've made poor decisions. Don't drink too much too quickly, or you're going to be sick all over yourself. Don't drink on an empty stomach, or you're going to be sick all over yourself. And alcohol dehydrates you, and if you let yourself stay too dehydrated, this is why I keep telling you to drink more water. If you let yourself stay too dehydrated, the next day you will be miserable all day long. Every sound will be
Oh.
too loud, you will be sick to your stomach, all of the smells will make you nauseous, every single smell, and you won't want to look at anything that is light.
Oh, that's terrible. I enjoy looking at the sunrises and the sunsets. when I
Alcohol
can.
is delightful in moderation. Do not listen to Alois.
But she's so knowledgeable.
She
I've
is
been drinking
very
since I was
young.
5.
She's very
Since you were
young.
Since you were
Alois
5?
exists in a different world than the
Easy-
rest of us,
Wow.
and lives by different rules than the rest of us.
What world do you come from, Alois?
Bralia!
I also
Oh,
come from
that's-
Braelia.
It's like a
Well, that's-
little area in Braelia. It's crazy.
That's
there.
not a different world. That's just a
Well, it
different
is. It's sort of
part
like
part of the world.
well, yes. It's a turn of phrase. Patrick.
Oh, apologies.
She
apologies.
believes in turnover rate of organs. Let's put it that way.
All right. Well,
I can get you a new liver if you need it.
well, I'm
That does
not
not mean you should
sure
destroy
I
your
will.
liver.
You see, I'm built slightly differently than you would be. I don't believe I have a stomach. Don't require eating to survive. So I don't think I'm ever going to be sick to my stomach, as it were.
There's that.
Or, counterpoint, you'll be so sick and you'll want to be sick to your stomach, but you won't be able to.
Oh, that could be it too.
That would be miserable.
Probably, but I would like to experience at least once, so I can have that experience.
I like the way you think, Frederick.
I like the way you think too, Eloise. Cheers!
Alcohol go. If you have no stomach, where's it going? Is there just a hole in you?
No, it passes through my system the way it might pass through most systems. It just does not hit my stomach.
Alright, well...
So you get
look,
drunk faster is what you're saying.
Possibly. Is that how it works?
I don't know science behind it. I just know I have a hard limit on drinks, because of my status.
I'm just gonna turn around and drink quietly with Shay.
Cheers!
Alois is gonna get Frederick shit-faced.
Sala is done after a very reasonable amount of drinks. She gets a little tipsy, and that's about it.
What's Shay doing?
She's just trying to drink quietly and not get in trouble.
Nice, nice.
Let's roll Frederick's constitution.
Oh boy.
He gets a little tipsy, but for a person that is putting away as much alcohol as he is nowhere near as drunk as you would expect.
I imagine at this point other partygoers are looking at us in horror.
Yeah. If you're drinking, like, at the last home or in the communal kitchen area, you are drawing some eyes, because while this is a place where everyone is welcome, no one has seen anyone like Frederick before.
And then Alois is right next to him and they're like, what is going on here?
Right. So you enjoy a relaxing evening filled with various levels of intoxication for the lot of you. You wake up the next morning. Cordelia, how often do you look in your book?
I would say at least probably twice a day, at least in the morning and at night. She sort of, unless something urgently happens before when they wake up, she reads over it as part of waking up.
Okay. So maybe you didn't look over it last night because you were a little intoxicated and you forgot. But waking up, got a bit of a headache, but not too bad. Nothing a glass of water won't fix. Some hearty breakfasts. You open your book. You sift through it. You find the blank page that has the world's whisper on it. The formerly blank page, I should say, as the first batch of notes has been filled in on that sheet.
Neat.
I am excited. Slightly, unsure, I guess, is the best way to put it, but yeah. Can she?
I think...
She probably will. I think they'd be leaving in the morning, but she'll play that tune a little bit. Get it?
Yeah, it is very clearly like an unfinished, like it's very unfinished. It's just the beginning part of a song, but it almost sounds like a song you've heard before. You can't quite you can't remember where where's that melody come from? You know you've heard it before, but just can't place it. But you play it and it sounds quite lovely. You suspect it will sound even lovelier when you have more of the song.
Somewhere in there in the morning, Zala is probably going to knock on Cordelia's door.
All right. Delia, at some point while you're looking, you
Come in.
I just wanted to check on you after last night. You said it was just stage fright, but I wanted to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I am. Sometimes, well, I guess you're all rather powerful individuals. But all this stuff, magic stuff, is sort of new to me, and sometimes something happens and I don't quite know how I did the things I did.
With the extra instruments and the singing?
Yes.
And I think Zala's gonna, like, come in properly and close the door. And just sort of sit down in front of you. Probably on the floor.
And I'm not worried. It's just strange not knowing what's happening.
I can't relate exactly with magic. I benefit from my magic, and she sort of brushes over her tattoos, being a very long tradition in my tribe. But I can certainly relate in situations where you just don't know what's happening to you. I probably can't help, but anytime you need to talk, I can listen.
Well, that in itself is helpful.
That's good. I know that it's very scary to not know what's going on.
Well, it is,
I
but
understand not wanting to show that.
I also like it. It's exciting.
It sounds to me like you are on your own journey of self-discovery.
It's a good one. And I'm glad I've met people as nice as you to go alongside me. And I alongside you.
I am certainly grateful for your company. And just don't forget, you're not alone. If you need to talk things over, to sort them out in your head, I'm here. And
Thank you.
I am very good at keeping other people's secrets, because I mostly just don't talk about them.
I will keep that in mind.
I'm going to go see about breakfast.
I'll be out in a moment to join you.
And I'm gonna leave.
Zala is so nice. Love Zala.
Big buff by puff.
All right. So you all have a nice hearty breakfast to ward off any lingering effects of the alcohol from last night. So you all have a destination in mind. How are you all getting there?
mean, we need to go to Reshev, right?
Well, we did say we'd get a boat down the river, but we didn't really consider where we're getting the boat to go down the river.
No.
Maybe we'll just walk down the river. I don't know.
I mean, a boat down the river probably wouldn't work with our cart anyway if we are taking the cart with us to Mistvale. Because I doubt a boat down the river would be large enough.
We can just follow the river.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if you all want, you can leave Steven here. I know you don't want to, Alois, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't... Do any of us know anything about the terrain in Mistvale? Like, would it at all be conducive to a cart? None of us have any idea.
Shay might have the most, but I still don't think...
I think even the knowledge that Shay would have is based on her knowledge of her home, which is kind of like similar looking.
You can ask around.
I had to travel through Mistvale to get to Luchev.
You did, yeah. You stopped in the city of Cork. So did Shay. It's one of the more common cities to stop in. It is a very rocky terrain there. The few patches of flat land are generally reserved for some kind of farmland or like place to graze animals, things like that. You didn't spend a ton of time in Mistvale, so you're not sure what the other two cities are like, but Cork is a very it's very rocky, very uneven terrain. Generally not great for a cart of any kind.
The kindest thing to do for all of the residents of our cart is to leave them here in Frederick's care.
I'd rather have him with us, but it's probably better that we leave him here than we get into a situation where we can't bring him with us and we have nowhere to leave him.
Yeah, this is going to be the safest place to leave Steven and the plants. Just because who knows where we may end up having to leave them if we take them to Mistvale.
Frederick will get a long list on how to take care of everyone.
Yeah,
especially the baby pomegranates.
He makes detailed notes. Like, he's very adamant about wanting to take care of them properly and not having any experience with these plants, so he asks you a lot of questions.
And Alois, will you speak with plants and tell them to be nice to Frederick while I'm gone?
The Moon Lily is the only one who can talk right now, and they say, "We will."
You watch over the pomegranates, okay?
Of course.
I'm going to leave like 20 gold with Frederick so that he can get like furniture for himself while he's staying there, or any supplies he might want.
This is too kind, Miss Bloodhand. I can't accept this. I'm sure anything that I might need, I can
build. You said you wish to be our butler.
Yes, I'll be your caretaker
This
here.
is
And
payment.
I'm to be paid. Oh,
Well,
it's even better.
I can't promise a regular wage, but if you want to take care of our home while we're away, it only seems fair to pay you for it. And this will ensure that you are able to purchase things you may need.
Well, for now, I am good with what I have, but I might need more bookshelves. I did bring quite a bit of books with me, which he has taken out of the bag holding. Right, I will hold on to this for now, and if there's any left over when you all return, I will return it to you post-haste. Um, you all are providing me a place to live safely. You all helped me escape Luchev. Um, honestly, I could not ask for more payment than that. But I will accept this for now until you return, Miss Bloodhand.
That's fair.
He puts it in a little pouch and ties it to his belt. All right. Does anyone have any more prep?
Pull a card.
Oh, you pull a card.
It's time.
You pull a card from the deck of fate. Roll me a d20, please. What's that? 8. You pull a card that is a black cloak with blue eyes in the hood. Until your next long rest, you have advantage on stealth checks.
Ooh.
I'm sneaky.
A sneaky liar?
You all watch as a sort of shadowy cloak falls over Cordelia and sort of disappears into her shadow.
This deck is very interesting.
It's fun.
You should try it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And as you all set out from Careholt again, that is where I am going to wrap the session. Because I think it's probably good we do next session with Lynn around. Because I have something for her.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't able to do it this week. But thankfully, we were able to do Cordelia's concert.
Yeah. Alright. Well, as we wrap up, friendly reminder, please feel free to, subscribe to us on Twitch. Help support us so that we can continue doing this, because we're having a lot of fun with it. Also,
We are.
Share with your friends.
Yeah, share with your friends. Retweet our stuff on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Join our Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord. Hang out with us. We're losers and gonna start playing video games in Discord soon. And it's really easy to get me rambling about things if you mention almost anything. I'm gonna start rambling about something related.
Yeah.
To.
Scotty likes to ramble.
I have
and that's
a lot
one
of
of the many
opinions.
reasons we
Mango
love
juice.
Scotty.
Mango juice. Mango juice.
I'm
Ramble
not gonna ramble on stream. This
Yeah,
is not the
Scotty-
show
I
for
better
that.
see it in Discord.
Scotty does that on all-nighters and on Discord.
Yeah.
So you can join our Discord to listen to Scotty's rambling about mango juice.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna ramble about in regards to mango juice, but
I don't know, but that's balls in your court now.
yay.
Me and Lynn are also part of the Cold Dark Universe Kickstarter that Black Hole Comics and Entertainment has out right now. Share if you can. I mean, please share, and if you can, back it, because it's just packed with hopeful stories, and we need more of those now more than ever.
Yeah. We do have one more fun, exciting announcement. The music that we're currently using and that we're going to continue to use as our background music during this game was created by Alex Rowe. He very graciously allowed us to use his discography for our streams. A local band for me, Old News, recently put out their first album called Self-Acceptance Speech, and they have graciously donated their album to us for use in our streams as well. So starting next week, we're probably going to mix in some fun rock music for our break time and pre and post stream. stuff, and
Yeah.
eventually, when we get our second stream going, hint, hint, instrumentals from that band are going to be heavily featured soundtrack.
I'm excited for that.
I really like Old News. They're a lot of fun. And like I said, they're a local band for me. They're from Wichita, Kansas, which is
Exactly.
where Compass Rose Productions is registered as a business. So
For sure. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all again for playing. This is the best part of my week. Well, right this week it's tied for best part of my week because I did watch Totoro with AJ last night, and
that
that
just
movie
sounds
is
like a fun gay date night.
yeah, it was a great date night. But that movie is amazing. But this is easily one of, if not the best parts of my week. And
This is
it's
the best
because I love
regularly
it.
scheduled part of your week.
Yes, yes. And it is because DMing for you guys is so much fun. You all managed to throw me curveballs that I do not expect
Like
or
Pass
plan
Without
for.
Trace.
Like Pass Without a Trace. Something that I should definitely have planned for, but whatever.
It's fine.
So I will say our goodbyes for now. We're actually not sure if we'll be streaming next week.
Given events in the United States, it really depends on how next Tuesday goes. We will let you know Tuesday evening whether or not we are going to
Yes.
stream next week.
Yeah, so we'll have more info for you next week when we know whether or not it'll be celebration exhaustion or other kinds of exhaustion.
Fear for our lives.
Yeah.
Sending love to all my American friends.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
don't
But-
forget to vote. If you
Please
have
do.
your mail-in ballot, please. It's
Drop
officially
them off
too
at the ballot.
late. It's too late with the USPS slowdowns by our fraud of a postmaster general to mail your mail-in ballot in. Take it to a ballot box.
Now you can
Yeah.
still vote for elections, but they will be what are they called? The different kinds of ballots. Scotty, do you remember?
What do you mean, different kinds of ballots?
Where they give you the slip instead of you actually going into the poll.
I don't remember.
Anyway, it'll be counted after everything else, and it still might just be thrown out. So make
Yeah.
sure you do things
Um,
properly.
Yep. So.
Exactly. So we'll see. But either way, we love you all. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. And take care of one another.